Hello everyone, this is Gamer Max Pro, and I have just finished Borderlands 4. So, I'm just going to play around for a bit and give my thoughts of the game. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but what I'm going to do is review the game the best I can. So, what can I say? I'm only going to do some side challenges and stuff that isn't going to spoil anything. With the guns, I only hate the order. That's about it. Torg is my favourite company normally. Torg... What is happening with the textures? Alex got a few. We're good. Actually, no. Let's not talk about the guns first. Let's talk about optimization. So, for the whole entire playthrough, I've been playing it on 1440p. Everything maxed out apart from motion blur, because I hate motion blur. I don't have frame gen on. I have it in balanced DLSS with low latency just on. I've been continuously getting between 60 to 80 frames. It's a big jump to say, because it's probably best to like shrink down what I'm getting. But I also went to accessibility and turned down the shaking. So screen shake intensity has been lowered in case that is a factor into it. One of my colleagues told me about the screen shaking, so I thought, yeah, may as well give it a try. If I was to turn down any settings, it would be the volumetric fog, maybe the volumetric clouds, and bit of shadows. Not too much though. Well, I would have everything set on high if you would want a more solid experience, but anything above 60 frames, I can manage it. I'm okay with it. Hence why I cranked it all up to high. My monitor can go to 120 and then overclocked 144, but I grew up with games that were like 30 frames per second. I'm happy with what I'm getting. As you can see, let me also get my NVIDIA if you want to see the frames, and then let's have a little play around with this. I was just completing the game with what's it called? Words. I was completing the game on the TV with a controller, so the mouse sensitivity is going to be a bit too high for me. This gun I just got, so I'm just testing it out. When it comes to builds of characters, I'm yet to learn, because I'm used to Borderlands 2 just having the end goal of, with Axton with his nuclear turret, or having 2 turrets or a turret on top of a turret. That's what I normally aim for. But with this one, it's so many different paths to choose from that I have to actually consider what path to take, and that's something I'm not used to yet, is to get specific builds, especially when it's a skill tree and not like a perk list, like in, let's say, Fallout New Vegas, where you get a list of perks, but you know you don't have all of them, but because you won't see that you can't have all of them, for me, I'm alright with that. It's a bit of a strange one to say. But yeah, guns. TDO, never had an issue with. Gun is this? This has got a COV part. It's a deadless with a COV licensed magazine. Don't have any issues with deadless. Don't have any issues with TDO. Ripper guns are hit and miss. With this sniper, I love it, because it homes in onto enemies so you don't have to worry about it. So in a certain section of a boss fight, I got knocked in the air, and that's when I just sprayed the sniper and just got on with it. I never really keep on top of my customizations, so this is my first time using this type of runner. I thought it looked cool. If it annoys me, I'll probably change it to something else, but there are some like in Star Wars inspired ones that I like. When I say Star Wars, I mean like the pod racing. Something like this kind of reminds me of some pod racing, especially one like this. I find that awesome. I need to, I guess these are all challenge based, but I probably want this one. Because to me it just reminds me of Wipeout. Having vehicles like this. And then this one kind of just reminds me of one of the vehicles from Halo. It just feels like they got a lot of inspiration. I've been using this for most of the time. Because that's the first one I unlocked. Because that's what you get when you do a mission. Using these new ones are interesting. Maybe this one I'll give another try. Give a try, because I haven't tried this one and it does look pretty cool. With my character, I've been wanting this head since I started playing this game, and finally I've got it. The Echo 4, you can change its frame, which is pretty cool if you get bored of the original, but all of them look cool in their own way. I haven't actually played about with the weapon skin too much, because that's what you get with pre-order. And then it's just keeping track of what weapons you want to skin, so I kind of just don't bother with them. But back to weapons. Jacobs, I've been loving a lot more. So back in Borderlands 2, I didn't mind them. Borderlands 3 and Tiny Tina's Wonderland, even though it wasn't called Jacobs, it was called Blacksmith. Wasn't a fan of it in that game, those two games, but now this one, it brings it back, the love for the Jacobs company. Especially with this shotgun where you fire once, reload. I have 2 skills to utilise from that, where I get 50% extra damage on the first shot, and because it's a one shot, it'll be that extra damage every time. And then there's also this one with bonus corrosive damage for the first shot, so maybe I can get some use out of that as well. I haven't used too much order, but I'm going to have to because I want to do all the challenges. I thought this was order, to be honest, because a lot of their order weapons are red, the ones that I picked up. In terms of rep kits, I still haven't found the one I want. I've just been going for the highest, like balancing out the initial health and the health over time. Just been balancing that out because it's good to have a good boost but have the rest carry on, so you just don't go down. Shields, I was running one where it had 7,000, but it had an issue of minus 15% health, and I've noticed with this game shields disappear a lot quicker. You would want a shield that's just enough to keep you going, but I think anything health based you would want to focus on the most, because yeah, shields just go just like that. I'm playing a hard difficulty apart from the last section because I just wanted to complete the game. I've been stuck with this for most of the game. I mean, there was a few others, but I've just been sticking with Torg and Jacobs for most of the game, and nothing has been interesting since. So something about the enhancements could be better for me. I think that's the only thing I can say. Maybe the class mods. This is my only legendary. It's very useful, but I'm yet to find another one. We'll see if I can find another one that I like. Health regen and action skill cooldown is very good. With the story, I do like how it was broken up into 3 sections with a few missions per side, and then a couple, one big mission in the middle. Not sure how I'm going to word this because I don't want to spoil anything. It's broken up like, well, you have to do certain tasks within each area: Fade Fields, Terminus Range, and Carcadia Burn. Those tasks is to get special bolts from commanders to unlock the City of Dominion or to get to the Timekeeper. And I liked how it broke up the sections, because it didn't feel like, with me, let's say Skyrim and Borderlands 3, I got overwhelmed, or it got a bit tedious and boring, because it just like got to the point where like, okay, when is this gonna end? I don't mind a really long game, but it needs to at least be paced nicely. And Borderlands 3 was a good game, but Borderlands 2 I grew up with, and it kind of has the vibes of Borderlands 2 with the mechanics, but even better than Borderlands 3. Being a person that doesn't like using vehicles too much in the game, it's always handy to have it on hand. Having the double jump is useful, having the jetpack was useful in a boss fight and to get to places. Okay. No, I'm good. With this section, it may utilise the volumetric fog, and there's no clouds. Let's go back to... I actually want to go over here. I'm going to keep with what I said. This is my second favourite Borderlands now, and has been flirting with it being the best, but I have to say, just because I cannot put down Borderlands 2, even if this was to be like 10 times better than Borderlands 2, then I would still put Borderlands 2 ahead. But this has some great points, and it grasped my attention. Got 57 hours of this game. Trying to... Wrong button. Trying to get my words out. What I will say though, back then Dying Light, even though that had not much to do with water, I thought that was the best water, as well as visuals I've seen in any video game. But this one, especially in the pool of reflexation, from time to time I like to come back in and just admire it. Because even when it's looking dark and moody like this right now, also how the environment feels different every time you go in, because it can either be a clear day, it can be like a red sandstorm day, so the environment is plentiful. I don't know how long the day-night cycle is, due to I don't pay attention to these things. There was a time where I wanted it to be daytime so I can really test the performance to visuals, like what you're giving up to get your better performance. But when it comes to PC gaming, I'm not a 4K gamer. I'm more of a 1440p, maybe 1080p if I didn't have the choice, due to how the pixel density is. But yeah, running in 1440p, as you can see, I'm mostly 80, but I do get some dips down, depends on what's happening. I will be playing other Vault Hunters soon, in my own time. I don't want to use this gun. Yeah, I'll give this some love. Yeah, I'll be playing other Vault Hunters soon, but I want to get everything done on this, so I'm ready for whatever DLCs and what's next with the game franchise. Because it seems that the way they left it, all I'm going to say is it feels like that they're going to add more to it, and that's actually pretty good. So you know it's not truly the end in this game. It's not like they're going to just make a fifth one out of the blue. I think they're going to build onto it, so you can complete the game and then do actually... It's like Fallout 3. I don't know why I keep going back to Fallout. But Fallout 3, you complete the game, and then there's a Brotherhood of Steel where you do more from that ending. It's just kind of like that. Extending the story. But I don't know anything about what's happening. It's just how they left it. Elements really do matter in hard mode, which if you want to play casually, you might want to just play in normal mode, or just, yeah, if you want to if you're more casual, then normal difficulty would suffice, but you'll just lose out on all the legendary loot or the better chances legendary loot. I actually haven't got frustrated or annoyed with any of the missions. Yes, some were challenging. It didn't feel like it was a walk in the park, and I loved that. But I also felt like it wasn't overly frustrating to the point where I just gave up. Unfortunately, unless I'm going to do it for a video, I don't really keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, but I'm learning to approach things differently. I do highly recommend this game. Yes, it had some issues that I had to work out with not optimizing, but getting it to run properly. Only had one crash in the 57 hours, almost 60 hours of gameplay, which is bravo. This game is worth playing. So with me completed the story, I still got to colour in the map, and I've got all of the side missions. I've only done like 4 or 5 side missions, so I've still got a lot to do. The story, it's a good question of how long it will take, because if you're my sort of pace gamer, where you're just you like to explore, you like to try new things, and then when you get to the point you want to dick about, I kind of play it to its average time on the howlongtobeat.com sort of thing. And for me, I think it's about 40 hours, give or take. I don't know if the timings is counting the side stuff that I've done, so then I'm going to say about 30, 35 hours. My opinion, a 30-hour campaign is good. Because with Borderlands 3, they said it was going to be 30 hours if you went from A to B, like just continuous, without exploring or anything. And then it got to like... Okay, so it took me about 36 hours, give or take, because I did play a bit beforehand to complete the game. But I did have a friend helping me, and that was very... Well, that's what kept me going. Because as soon as I got to Eden 6, it just felt... I lost my attention from it with it. Borderlands 2, played it so much more on the PlayStation. Probably got like 200, 300 hours, probably rookie numbers, but I'm getting through there. I'm learning. I'm getting there. Keeping my attention span on games is the thing. Game of the year, I've lost count, probably about 50, actually no, more than 50 hours. Probably about 100 hours in the first Borderlands. Pre-sequel was the least. I haven't played it on the PC much, apart from probably setting it up. I've probably got about 20, 30 hours on that. With it completed, I still got to get the Platinum Trophy because I play PlayStation. 40, 50 hours on Wonderland plus 20, so about 70 hours here, and I'm still yet to complete it on the PC. Tiny Tina's one-shot adventure annoyingly took like too many hours. 27 hours to get Platinum Trophy because I had to get the Killer Chubby trophy on PlayStation. So it's gonna suck having to do this all over again. Maybe I'll do it in a video. Do the whole of the one-shot adventure in a video or a live stream. You guys have to let me know if you want to actually see me play some Borderlands and not just a little review. So let's see if I've got everything covered. And thankfully, clouds and everything has changed. So the lighting for an Unreal Engine 5 could be better. But for a Borderlands game, pretty good. I had no issues with the lighting. There was bits where it was a bit too bright, but that was fair enough. With the foliage or the foliage, only if I'm like standing still and paying attention, I notice it's doing its thing. But if I was to turn it all the way off, or if anyone was to turn it all the way off, it wouldn't really take too much away from the experience. Is that shootable? No. You don't spend too much time looking up unless you're looking up for story purposes, which you'll find out when you play your own game. I think it's only been out for 2 weeks, this game, and I've been enjoying every second of it. I've even been playing with my mates. I'm glad that Freshers are back. I really hope that we're going to have like a Terramorphous or their own version of Terramorphous, just to bring back some nostalgia. I wonder what they're going to do with raid bosses, because I don't think I've actually dealt with a raid boss yet. Wow. But as you probably just saw, the shield goes way too quickly. Some people have been questioning what's with the black hole. I don't know what with the black hole either. I just know that we were something to do with it in terms of one of our skills in that. Oh, let's go show off this sniper a bit. I'm a bit too close for me to fully utilize it. That's a shame. Oh my god, just kill. There we go. Yeah, I'm not the best in any means, but I have been mostly playing this game on controller. But yeah, I gave you my ranking. I gave you my thoughts. Not much gameplay has happened, but you saw a tiny bit of variety. Let's go into Terminus one last time. Maybe in an area you guys haven't seen yet. When I did the live stream, it was a lot of fun, and then there was a mission halfway through this game that I found hilarious. Some things are still loading in, maybe? Or is it just a weird texture? If you look at it as a whole and not just nitpicky, you'd find it's a very good looking game. Dynamic weather is great. I've already mentioned that. Even if in the region things feel different. Like this is looking more swampy than when I first saw it, or when you first see it. See, this is what I mean by the water. Like, no, sadly, oh, that's the wrong type of weapon. Keep overusing this gun. So, unfortunately, shooting water physics is not the game of the year. But if it's just there as background, it's done very nicely. But they were showing off reflections more than anything. And it's nice that you can swim, although you don't really use it all too much. It's just nice that you can do it. I think that's all I can say about the game. It is a great game. You should play it. Borderlands is... debating if Borderlands is my favourite franchise or my second favourite franchise, because Fallout New Vegas is my favourite game of all time. And Fallout is a great franchise. It's just that, I don't know, I can dive into both games and just have a lot of fun. Hopefully I can make something out of this, but thank you guys so much for watching. I am revisiting Five Nights at Freddy's. Already done nights 1 and 2 in the first game. Gonna record 3 and 4 soon. Yes, I have already done Five Nights at Freddy's on my channel, but I lost the footage for night 5, so I'm gonna have to do it all over again. Actually, I haven't lost the footage. I just forgot the password on this USB because it's a little protected. But yeah, thank you everyone. Hope you enjoy your day, evening, and night. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.